Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 8 minutes past the hour on this fourth day of September. Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building. It is another episode of hashtag Truth Be Told / JD Live on this Turn Up Thursday. Turn down for what? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are broadcasting live on the following social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter X. You can catch us there at the JDMS. If you are on YouTube, we are broadcasting live at 100 BLK Media. Man, it is September. It is September. Do you remember? Oh, I do, but I remember it for a lot of reasons. My firstborn is born on that day of September. We'll talk about that later. I am sharing this to a lot of folks at a lot of places, letting people come on in, come on in, come on in, tell a friend to tell a friend, share this with a friend. We see you on Instagram, we see you on YouTube, all our Facebook people. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. I see you. See there, when you hit the wrong buttons, things just happen all crazy. I'm never in here by myself. I always in the morning find a little help from my friends. And y'all give it up in Dade County, MI, Yayo, Broward County, MI, Yayo, them areas of the great state of Florida in MI, Ayo. He's the cleanest brother I know podcasted out there today. Yes, sir. I said it. The scholar himself. Y'all put your hands together. Brother Bowtie is in the building. Good morning, Brother Bowtie. How you doing?
Good morning, Scott. All is well, man. The weather kind of crazy, but I'm here. We all right.
Okay. Y'all got a little, is it raining like cats and dogs?
Yeah, a little bit on and off. Yeah.
Yeah, it do that sometimes. That weather, man. People don't know the weather down around these parts, man. It do things. It
Yeah,
do
yeah.
things.
We doing good so far during hurricane season though, so we
Yeah,
haven't
that
had
that
no bad.
that is very true. And I'm very happy that nothing crazy has happened this season. It kind
Hmm.
of bothers me because every season I always say we're a little bit overdue. A little
Yeah.
bit
Yeah, we've been
overdue.
saying that in Miami for years. We overdue for one.
Yeah, yeah, that part. That part.
Yeah.
It's 11 minutes. 11 minutes past the hour. And let's just talk about what everybody woke up this morning probably doing. Looking at their Powerball tickets going, man, am I the one? Well, ain't nobody the one. Ain't nobody the one. Once again, ain't nobody won it. And your odds of winning is 1 in 292 million, and the jackpot is $1.7 billion.
Mhm.
Oh my God. That's life changing right there.
Yeah. Don't change somebody life.
Hmm.
They might not be happy when they take the taxes out, but they gonna be happy after they take the taxes
Hey, for
out.
better or for worse, somebody, and guess what? You got to be careful. When I say you got to be careful, you got to be careful. Because wasn't it a guy in Florida that won the Powerball or won the Mega Millions, and literally somebody plotted on him and he winded up being killed
I
because
don't I don't know, but I done heard some interesting lotto stories.
yeah, I done seen all kind of stuff,
Do you
man.
know the
All
average
kind.
life of someone who won a lotto, Joe?
Talk to me.
5 to 10 years.
Money
Most
make
of
you
them, they
think.
from my understanding, most of them commit suicide out of depression over money, or the other issue is like they feel like the world turned against them because they haven't given enough money. But and I don't know who taking these statistics or making these stories. Like, you want to go interview a dead person and know why they died, but
Right. That
but
part.
yeah, but the average life capacity for someone who won the lotto is 5 to 10 years.
That part.
That's
I
if they won the
mean,
lotto.
that is that might be the question we need to ask on this Turn Up Thursday.
Yeah. What would
Uh,
Joe? What would you do if you had to win the lotto number? How would you go collect your money?
Brother, I'm sending my attorney.
You send your attorney?
I'm
Okay.
sending. I don't even want. You know, I'm sending my attorney.
Okay.
I'm using my government name, and I'm sending my attorney
Got you. Got
because more money, more problems. Biggie
you.
said
Yeah.
it best. More
Yeah.
money, because all of a sudden you're gonna have folks who never had nothing to do with you start showing up talking about, now I was your dog. You know I
I'm
was
your
your family.
cousin.
Right.
I'm
I
your
was your
second,
people. Come
third.
on, come
Yeah.
on, come on. We need help. I can see why people go. I just finished telling a good friend of mine yesterday. It's not the way you eat. That is a factor.
Hmm.
That is a big factor. However, not the way you eat, not the biggest thing I see people die of is stress. That
Mm.
stress comes up on them, and all that worry and stress, I believe, kills more folks,
Than
causing
anything.
than any other thing out there that messes with people. Good morning,
Mm.
Pickens. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Willie Pickens, and good morning to everybody who's logging in. I see folks jumping in on the gram. I see folks jumping in on Facebook and on YouTube. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told /JD Live. Your early morning get up, get up. It's time to wake up or wake up. It's 14 minutes past the hour. And listen, I need to do this because I haven't did it in a long time. If today is your birthday, your anniversary, or your special day, we're going to sound the horns and we're going to ring the bell for you. Happy birthday, happy anniversary, happy special day. Celebrate your day and enjoy it to the fullest.
Mm.
Woo, I'm trying to breathe, baby. I'm trying to breathe. Football is back. Tonight is
Yeah.
the night. Tonight is the night. The world champion Philadelphia Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys. Caught something in my throat. They play the Cowboys.
They playing the greatest show in sports entertainment.
They playing a team that will entertain you, but ain't got day
Yeah.
mind on winning jack.
Yeah, they
Ain't gonna
removed
win.
The Rock. You know, The Rock used to say the greatest athlete in sports entertainment. Nah,
Uh-huh.
the Dallas Cowboys beat The Rock out.
Why you say they the greatest team?
They're the greatest sports entertainment team. I ain't say they're the greatest team. We got like 31 other football teams, actually legit football teams, who not out there to entertain. They ain't out there to play actual football.
They try to win. They try to
Yeah,
win a Lombardi trophy. They try to
yeah.
win a Lombardi trophy. So
What
tonight's
big? I don't know if you seen the comedian Big Smooth TikTok. He said Jerry ain't trying to win. He don't want to win. But it's gonna be a nice
Woo.
show. That's my plan when I get off. Time when I get off, Joe. I'm already gonna be creating about 2 or 3 memes for them. I just gotta create them. I don't know why, but
You gotta get it. Yeah,
yeah,
get
I
it.
got some. I got some Dallas Cowboys enemies on my social media. Man, they just like they locked in. I know they already woke up. They probably already tagged me in a post.
Question is, after tonight, when they get whooped in Philly, will they still be them boys?
Mm.
That's the question. Because I'm gonna be I got a guy here, DJ Mixology. And Mixology, I hope you're on this morning. Yeah, I hope you log in, but I'm gonna be paging you, calling you, texting you, asking you, are you still them boys?
Well, Joe, let's not take that away from them, Joe. Eh, Hear what I say with this, Joe. They can beat them boys, but it's a man's game.
Ooh! Say that one more again. Say that
They
one
can
more
beat
again.
them boys, but it's a man's game.
Hope they caught that. I
Yeah,
hope they caught that.
yeah.
I hope they
I
caught
don't
that.
even respond no more. They said them boy. I said, well, football is a man's sport. Even if you play in high school
Ooh.
and pee wee. You tell a little kids who playing football, get up and be a man. You don't tell them get up and be a boy. Get up and be a boy. Nah.
I got ready to hit you with that little what's that you little YouTube thing they play? Ooh ooh ooh. Ooh ooh ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, listen. It's gonna be me and Bowtie today. Sean P will be back next week with the Sean P experience. Elijah, he is getting ready for football tonight and sports assignment. The ladies will be returning soon. One of them is a school teacher. The other one, of course, her daughter is down at Spelman. Her son is going back to school himself, and she is busy as a bee taking care of things in Brick City. But we're gonna have the full team back very soon. But right now, you got Bowtie and JD. Now, listen. Um, I got to say this because if I don't say this, somebody gonna be mad at me. We're gonna talk about some things that you may like and you may not like. We're gonna try to give it to you from our perspective. I never try to call people out by name. Here's why. If I got a problem or issue with you, I'm not using my social media platform as a bully box or a sounding board to get at you. I know how to inbox you, call you, or go to you and say, man or woman, we need to have a conversation. There's some things we need to talk about. I never use this platform to attack anybody. Now, you're welcome to come on here and give us your views. I can tell you if I agree with your view or disagree with your view, but I don't use this platform as a bully box or a platform to attack folks. However, I will say this. If you come at me on your social media platform, I will in kind respond on mine. Be prepared. Be prepared that if you shoot shots this way, I don't have a problem with that. But I'm ex-military. I got a 5.5 howitzer behind me in good fire direction. You shoot shots this way, we sending Willie P. White phosphorus your way. And if you know anything about artillery, there's some artillery guys right now say, "Ooh, Joe tried to scorch earth." Yes, I am. I'm sending high velocity white phosphorus your way. I'm carpet bombing. I'm calling a straight strike, and we carpet bombing your situation. And don't take it personal because I try to come on here and I try to give you information, inspiration, motivation, and conversation for elevation. I'm not here to tell you what to think or how to think, but I am telling you you need to go and look at the information I gave you, formulate your own train of thought, and tackle it the way you feel like you need to tackle it. I'm not telling you to be a little Joe or follow those that I follow. I do a lot of reading. I follow a lot of Islamic brothers. I follow a lot of people who are not Christian, they Hindu. I even follow one of my greatest teachers that is teaching me right now. He not Hindu, he not he not Islamic. He actually a Shinto, and he is in Japan. And I wake up every morning and work my Tai Chi and work with my inner spirit by following his instructions and leadership. Y'all problem is y'all hooked up on certain things that y'all feel like the world done told y'all that's the way it needs to go. Well, let me ask you this. If everything you believe is so true, what gonna happen the one day that you find out that we ain't the only people here? Then who created them other folk? That's what I want to know. Brother Bowtie, I'm off my soapbox. I done said what I had to say. It is 21 minutes past the hour, 4th day of September. Yesterday, I should have asked y'all. It was the 3rd of September. I should have told him.
Yeah, I
It's the
always remember.
Yeah, I should have told him it was a day I always remember. But I didn't do that yesterday. Because my papa definitely, my dad, my biological dad and my adopted dad, all I can say is well, my biological dad really was a Rolling Stone, but nevertheless, it is what it is. Go ahead, my brother. Mike is yours, my friend.
Yeah, man. Joe, a question I have, this conversation that I was having yesterday with my neighbor over smoking cigars. Now, this is gonna be crazy. My neighbor is actually white American. And
Okay.
we was talking about race, and
Okay.
he says, Bowtie, do you think black people been through enough to say enough is enough?
What?
Yeah. Now he didn't say it, from an angle to debate because he's very supportive of our culture and our community. But he always wonder why we limit ourselves when we protest and when we ride and we stuff like that. Like why we don't challenge a lot of things. He said, do you think y'all been through enough to say enough is enough? And immediately, because I didn't want to leave him empty, I say, hell yeah, we been through enough. I'm ready, ready to flip some goddamn police cars over and,
Hmm.
hell, march on Washington. Let's march to the White House. That was my initial answer. But I woke up this morning with it on my mind. And I said, have we? Like I know to some of us, we already reach our limit and say, okay, it's enough of this. But I think some people still in a position where they like, it doesn't bother me. Oh, nah, I'm doing better, or I'm better off without it. Like I ain't, or some even have the excuse like, oh, my great grandma wasn't a slave, not me. You know,
You know, I have to understand the full context, content, and context of y'all conversation. Here's why. First of all, until your family member has endured what our ancestors have endured, because that is our family lineage, our bloodline. In my bloodline, because I still have the paper,
mm,
in my bloodline, I have papers where my family members were freed from slavery. And understand this, I think many a times we don't comprehend what slavery is because slavery has been commercialized through TV and movie. So we don't understand the level of brutality and grotesquerie that is that is really a part of slavery. See, see, slavery makes it legal that Brother Bowtie, for example, I have two beautiful daughters. Two beautiful daughters. Had I been born in the time of slavery and had produced those same two beautiful daughters,
it immediately
sla-
became ownership.
hold it. Slavery would have said the moment that anybody from any white man who was associated with my plantation decided that they wanted to abuse sexually, mentally, or whatever my daughters at whatever age. Let's say at age 12, one of the overseers that was out in the field watching us pick cotton said, "Oh, Joe got a cute daughter," or
Mm,
"Joe got a cute son." He could come and snatch my son up and sexually abuse my son, and I couldn't do nothing about it because my son wasn't a human being. My son was property. See, sometimes we don't understand the level of evil and heinousness when it came down to slavery and what slavery literally said it did. Slavery said that I could be in my house with my wife, and seven white men could walk in my house and tell
mm,
and rape my wife in front of me, and I couldn't do nothing but why watching them rape my wife. They telling me, "Boy, I wish you would."
mm.
Or better yet, they could come. Seven white guys could come in my house and rape me. Boy, I wish you would. In front of my wife and kids. And emasculate me in front of my wife. Y'all don't understand the grotesquerie or the level of evil it was with slavery. That a person would say, "Oh, y'all done came a mighty long way." Listen, until uh, and I wish that on nobody. But no, my feelings is if you still upset, you got a right to be upset. Last time I checked, and I can pull it up and show it to you, everybody done got reparation,
Mm. Besides us.
except the descendants of African slaves who were brought here to this country as free labor to help build this country up.
Yeah.
Everybody has got reparation. But
I,
every
I,
time
it,
we open up our mouth and ask for reparations, you ask as if we're asking for Section 8 EBT or some type of government handout. Hell to the no. Y'all owe us.
yeah, yeah. Always give those promise to us. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's crazy that America had nothing to do with Hitler, but even America paid Jews reparations.
We gave billions of dollars to the Jews. To be exact, we gave billions of dollars in incentives. Let's not only talk about the money, let's talk about the incentives, the ability for you to get this government
Housing.
funding to
Yeah.
buy a house. Come on, hold it. Y'all, all y'all did was literally put us in. Listen, I hate to say this. All the projects is a concentration camp by another name.
Mm.
I said it. I wish some of these black Republicans would come on here and come at me today. The day ain't your day, partner. You don't want none of this today. It's 28 minutes past the hour. I wish you would come in here and talk about, "Oh, but Joe, you just upset because of Trump." F Trump.
Mm. And it's
F Trump.
beyond
F,
Trump. It's beyond
F,
Trump. I mean, like
right,
my
right, right. It's beyond
my
Trump.
my my
F Trump
state
and
where I stay
everybody
at
else.
right now.
Right.
Right now,
F
right
everybody
now
who
what they
don't see
doing
it
in
today.
right
Because
now
we
what they
did.
doing in Florida.
Right.
Uh, DeSantis actually have slavery being rewritten and have it as them have every slave as an indentured servant or something like that, or or he's rewriting the books as if like how blacks actually benefited from being slaves, like we went to go do free labor stuff like that. But once again, it goes back to my question: have we been through enough to say enough is enough? Because in my mindset, what I'll say, okay, if they're doing that, then why we can't have our own school? Let's have our own private school. Let us teach our own kids. And this is where we will benefit from elementary, middle, high school, as well as HBCUs.
Well,
AK,
well,
they want to
unfortunately,
teach us that history. Let us teach us ourselves our own history. Because if we forget our history, Joe, we bound to repeat it.
unfortunately, and I say this to the utmost. Unfortunately, first of all, we won't be human beings for some odd reason. I haven't figured out why we won't be human beings. Why we won't just take the melanin of our skin out the equation.
Mm,
And I don't know what it's going to take for us to do that. But since we don't do that, nor do we take the gender. Now, understand when I say that is there is prejudice against certain gender and there is prejudice against certain ethnic groups because of the melanin in their skin. And long as there is prejudice, a hatred for, a disdain for individuals because I didn't go to nobody and ask to come here and be born black. I don't recall me walking up to a deity and say, hey man, you know what? Send me to earth. Hold it. I don't recall me personally going to somebody saying, send me to earth, send me as this color, at this nationality in this country.
mm.
That was all chosen for me, not by me, but by others. I had nothing to do with the conception of my mom and dad coming together deciding to make me. But you want to hold me responsible for that, though. See, that's another thing to me that is pure ignorance. How can I hold you responsible for a choice you never made?
Hmm.
Bowtie, you had absolutely nothing with your to do with your. You didn't sit down and consult with your mom and dad and say, "Hey, I need y'all two to come together and make me."
Mm-hmm.
But we holding folks accountable for their existence. I didn't ask to come here the way I came here, but I'm here and I'm thankful. And I will not let you all of a sudden hold me guilty for something that I had no choice in. Because the Bible say the most powerful thing in my life is my choice. That's hold it. Since I got a bunch of evangelical black conservatives to talk this, does not it say in here that he made us a little hold it? Angels ain't got a choice. He made angels. In here it says angels were made to do one thing and one thing only, and they don't have a choice. Animals don't have the conscious of God, of self. Animals do what they do. Somewhere it says, hey, one of the most beautiful words I see a person who put an AI out there of a black man saying, if he take care of the birds of the air, and they don't have to, and he don't have a roof over their head, nor do he make it, he feed them every day. What much more will he do for you? This book says that you got a choice. You can choose. You can choose. You can choose to look your creator in the eye and say, "F you, creator. I ain't want to do nothing with you." And he don't come and strike you down and kill you. He tell you your choices has consequences. If you choose one way, this is what's going to happen. If you choose another way, this is what's going to happen. But he does not put a gun to your head. He gives you a choice. Man, look, I don't know, Bowtie. We're gonna dive into this N word and how people feel about us melanated folks next week. We got the brother from Berlin. We're gonna have some serious conversation. But right now, man, if y'all don't look at it, we already at war.
Mm.
We at a moral war. We at a mental war. We at a war for the conscience, the heart, and the soul of this country and our people. We
No,
at war and been at war.
this make me think about watching the Katrina Hella Hot Water. Did you watch it, Joe?
I haven't watched it yet, brother. I haven't.
Okay. It has many different scripts in the. I'm laughing because one particular part, how it was scripted. I don't know if you noticed, but remember when Kanye West went on national TV and said Kanye West does. I mean, President Bush doesn't care about black people.
Right, right,
So he had a script that he's supposed to follow.
right. And he didn't. And he didn't.
He did. But it makes me think about Kanye West because I know we don't like the new Kanye West, but the old Kanye West, he was as honest as possible. And I always wonder what went wrong with the brother, to make him say, I'm done. Like let me just be a hole, whatever. But Kanye West, and one of his songs, Jesus Walk, actually, he said we at war with terrorism, racism, and most of all, we at war with ourselves. So that's what made me bring up the Kanye West. And we really are at war with ourselves. Sometimes it's just hard for us to even convince,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm talking about us. It's hard for us just to convince someone like, hey, nah, you're a misrepresentation. Like, no, this is not, you're like, it'll be hard for someone to tell my sons, and I know my sons are good young men, but it'll be hard for someone to tell my sons if they catch my son out drunk in public, hey man, you're a misrepresentation of your father. Because these days it's like we have this self-identity issue, like, nah, I'm not my father, I'm not my mother, I'm not from the community, I'm not from the hood, or even if I am from the hood, like I'm not from that block, like I'm myself. So as I said, we have became too selfish that we don't think about, our legacy, our lineage, or where we come from and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. I think we have a right to correct one another, tell one another, but we choose to go to war with one another. One of the greatest things that used to always straighten me out, and I'm just being honest as a child, do you want me to call your granddaddy? Do you want me to tell your mama? Because I know where I came from, especially from my grandfather. Like, man, Joe, I'm 6'2". My grandfather was 6'8". Man, look
Mm-hmm.
here. This dude was like Goliath. Man, one day I got in trouble in school, Joe. My granddad used to have one of those old cargo vans that had the velvet inside. Man, my
Mm-hmm.
granddaddy was mad. He snatched the wood panel out and beat me. I said, I ain't gonna violate this Negro no more in my life.
Right. Yeah.
but but whenever someone ever said, man, you need me to tell your grandfather, I immediately tighten up. And even when I'm out in public, brother out in public, brothers that belong to our fraternal organization.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes I have covered Brother Light and be like, hey bro, get on your square, man. Come on, you tripping. You got too much liquor in you, or you doing too much. And more than likely, Joe, they gonna say, man, you don't let go of me. Man, uncover, man. Who you is, bro? Like,
Right.
nah, you trying to go to the left. I'm trying to
Right.
get you back,
Right. Right. You
But
know,
whether it's our frat, whether it's our kids, whether it's our mother, whether it's our community, like we should always be able to correct one another for the better good of us.
you know, how can I say this? 36 minutes past the hour. There's so many times that I ask myself, but click like and share, are we really paying attention?
Mm.
Are we paying attention? You know, like I said, we started off the show. A lot of folks woke up this morning or went to sleep last night going, man, did somebody win that Powerball? And mind you, for the love of money. And there's a song out there for the love of money. And
OJ's.
right. And understand that what I'm saying is it's nothing wrong with wanting the finer things in life. Nothing wrong with wanting a nice house, nice car, nice family, good job. Nothing wrong with wanting to own a successful business. My question has always been the following: There's nothing wrong with wanting these things. I have a problem when you're willing to sell out anybody
Mm.
to get those things. I have a problem when you're willing to do anybody dirty to be the person driving the Benz, to be the person with the quote unquote baddie on your shoulder. When you'll do your own mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin community in, because what we are getting done is we have people who are smiling in our face. But as the song say, all the time they want to take your place, the backstabbers. They smiling in the hood's face talking about we for you, but when they get around non-melanated folks,
Mm-hmm.
they tattletaling on all of us. And they go into the non-melanated folks in this posture. Moti, sir, I can give you Moti on the hood.
Yeah.
Sir, can be that good. I'll be that good Samuel. I'll be that good Stephen, sir. All you got to do is make sure that I drive the right car. I
But
live
it
in the
go
good
it,
house.
It goes
Go
back to
ahead.
what we've been saying all week. You and brother Sean P. Actually, the last week and a half. Who taught you to hate yourself? You know, Joe. In one cigar lounge that sell my cigars, um, there's like I'm gonna say they probably have 130 different cigar brands that they sell, but only two black-owned cigar brands in there. Mine's and another guy. And there's another black-owned cigar owner. He comes there, and he smoke. And I have a conversation with him one day and say, "Hey man, try to get your cigars in here." And Joe, you know what this brother said? Yeah, I thought about that, but I don't want my cigars in there because it might throw off your sale and stuff like that. And I told the brother, I said, there's two black-owned cigar brands in here. We have 128 Hispanic and white-owned cigar brands that's really our competition. We not each other competition, bro.
Right.
Don't worry about me. But for some reason, he was worried about me, and I was like, no, bro. I said, I ain't here to stop your money. Your cigar's not even like my cigars. Like, come at get your money, black man. In so many
Right.
words, get your money. You know, don't let if we have a critic or we have someone who want to compare and contrast us and turn us against one another, let them do it. But it's up to me and you decide whether or not we're gonna beef with one another. My job not to beef with you. I want to support you. I'm known, Joe. I'm known for supporting black business that I don't even associate myself with, meaning like I don't eat pork, obviously, but I see people selling ribs that they got the best ribs. I just pull over like, hey, let me get a slab and a half. Hey, you don't gotta buy no ribs. I just brought some ribs for you, baby. You don't gotta
Right.
wait in line,
Right.
like, but
Oh,
one of the
oh,
things I want to be known for is okay, he support black business, or he helped black people out one way or another,
come
regardless of
on.
how many times he correct us, he's always do right by us.
Hold on. And let me use another word because seems to be some folks have problem with the King's English. I'm not correcting no grown folks no more. But I will highly suggest that if you're doing something that I feel is not correct, I will make a suggestion that you might need to course correct
Mm.
and change your direction in what you're doing. See, I done come to find out that folk try to twist your words, try to regurgitate your words, and try to make it seem like you're a hater when you're not a hater. I'm a congratulator. I'm a participator. I believe in collaboration over competition. 24/7, 365. To be exact, call me Mr. 25/8. 25 hours, 8 days straight. You got to give me an extra day and an extra hour for the times I put myself in a position that I promote my people and I push out that we first, as melanated folks, got to get it together. And second, as human beings, because even in all my blackness, I can go back and tell you I hadn't always been in the place that I am today. My first child, my oldest son, who I love dearly, is not, he identifies himself as a black man. He tell everybody, I am a black man, but his mother is Caucasian. And guess what? I loved his mother, not because she was Caucasian, but because of who she was on the inside. And because of some things that I just happened to like, that I like what I like, and I fell in love with her. That's the problem with some of y'all. Some of y'all fall in love with things because you've been told, programmed, put in a position to fall in love with them things. It ain't that you like the thing. You like the thing because you think the thing gonna make you
Yeah.
powerful. It's gonna make you popular. It's gonna make you the man or the woman. Guess what? I don't give a damn. And I'm here to tell you this. If I love something, I love it. I love it if it's fine. I love it if it's fat. Because to me, fat might be fine. Now, it's not, that's not my preference. But I tell you, if right now I'm in love with somebody and that person blows up to be 400 pounds, I still love them. Now, I'm going to be concerned about their health. I'm going to be like, baby, I want you. I want you to be here, and this might not be healthy. This might shorten our days and times on
Hmm.
this plane.
And I'm trying to spend eternity with you.
Right. But if I love you, I love you. See, my love doesn't have certain stipulations. Certain stipulations. It may have certain degrees of understanding, but it doesn't have certain stipulations. Some of y'all don't move unless your stipulations is met. And then folk will now try to inbox me and talk about, well, you don't have no standards. I didn't say that. I have standards. I have things that I expect. But guess what? I'm not here trying to say some of y'all see good people doing jobs that y'all feel are beneath y'all, and y'all don't associate with those folks because of the occupation that person is doing. You feel like it's beneath you. Let me tell you something. I'd rather take a person who has a good heart, great character, and working a minimum wage job than I would a baddie with millions that I'm going to be boxing with every day of my life. My peace means more than your optical outlook of me talking about, look at Joe with that bad chick. Because as soon as you see me with that bad chick, half of you going to be like, I can't wait till I get a chance to get her, where I can
I'm
look at
sure
Joe
enough
and be
gonna try
like,
to
she ain't,
call.
right. She ain't as bad as you think she is. I was with her last night. Come on, man, stop that. And women, I talking about the brothers, y'all just as bad. Y'all see a sister with a nice brother, y'all say, she ain't got what she thinks she got. I'm going to prove her wrong.
Oh, they're way worse than a man. They way worse.
Jealousy, envy, and you ask yourself why we ain't getting nowhere. We ain't getting nowhere because we too busy counting each other's pockets, jealous and mad of what each other drive, where we live, and the man or the woman that we wake up with every morning. Man, get your own. Get your own. And better yet, watch this. We're going to have a show about this. I got to go there.
All right, there's a I'm trying to think of his brother's name. This been on my mind for like the last probably 25 seconds been talking. But his
Samuels?
a brother
Samuels?
no. He has a he's kind of popular on TikTok like in a conscious community. But he had a young lady walk up to him while he was with his wife. And she said, "Oh, you handsome. I got to see you in person. Oh my God." And the young lady, you could tell she was throwing herself on him. And man, this brother handled this thing so clean. He says, "Hey, this is my wife right here. You know, calm down." And like, I don't mean no disrespect. He said, "But you're beautiful too." It's like, he said, "But I got some brothers looking for a good woman. Are you a good woman?" She said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, talk to me then. Tell me what makes you a good woman." She said, "Look at me." He said, "I already did that. What makes you a good woman?" Man,
Oh, hold it. Hold it. Say that again slow, because I want people to catch that on the replay. Too many times, and here's why. I just saw this because I was watching the Magic City documentary. How
you didn't see me in there, right, Joe?
I didn't see you in there. I didn't see myself in there, and I was nervous for a minute. I was real. Hey, when they showed the Magic City documentary and the Freaknik documentary, I thought I might have to start doing some explaining to some family members, but thank God I did not. And I'm serious about that. But nevertheless, here's what I saw. They were talking about Nelly and Tip Drill. And for those of you who don't know what a tip drill is, because you ain't in that type of business, because right now there's some highly religious folks probably watching this going, what's a tip drill? A tip drill is when we in there and we doing it like this. We don't care. We don't care. It's a tip drill, baby. So look, yeah, I love Jesus, but I know about the tip drill and have participated in the tip drill. Lord, forgive me. All right. Okay. So now that we got that put to the side, they were talking about the tip drill. And how in the song Tip Drill from Nelly, he said, it must be your ass because it ain't your. And the sisters at Spelman College got very upset and said, wait a minute. And they put a poster out on Spelman's campus saying Nelly is the misogynist of the year. And it went viral. It went worldwide. And people were like, whoa, these sisters are mad at y'all. Keep on. Because back in them days, back in those Nelly days, them Luke days, Freaknik days, days that some of y'all don't know nothing about, Kappa Beach Party days, the original go to the beach motorcycle party days, that's what make me mad right now. Some of you sisters who are mamas and grandmamas got the mitigated gall and audacity to check y'all daughters and granddaughters over Gorilla and Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion. Y'all do remember, I remember y'all at the Kappa Beach party, right? Hold on, Bowtie. Let me get into somebody's ass right now. Because I'm going to get my own ass. That's why when my sons say certain things to me, all I tell them is, son, don't make the mistake your daddy made. That's how I don't come with them. I don't see. That's what get me when I see some of these highly educated melanated folk get on CNN and NBC and try to make it seem like they so appalled. You know, that's another thing. Let me say this right here too. Listen to some of my frat brothers. Man, y'all stop this. Y'all stop trying to tell people how to have a moral compass when half of y'all trying to sleep with half of our Soras. If not sleeping with half of our Soras. Remember when you had a wife and was sleeping with an Eastern Star? But you out here trying to give other people a moral compass. Guess what? I don't have a problem with you sitting down and counseling a brother or a sister in private. But then y'all try to get out here in public and try to make it seem like I can give you a moral compass and give you some direction. You don't remember when you were a hoe? You don't remember when you were hold on, when you were a hoeaholic? You don't remember some of y'all are recovered and recovering hoeaholics.
You know, they still got some of y'all videos when y'all was pleasuring, whether it was Divine Nine or Mason or Elk or Hardfella.
Come on.
Before y'all joined, they got
right,
videos, man. Listen.
Right.
Yeah.
So come on, stop that. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to back up and say, man, listen, every morning before I get on this podcast, I work on my Tai Chi, I work on my mental capacity, and I understand the following. The first thing that I look at is a piece of paper I have, and I have it wrote in my handwriting, so I know that it's me talking to me. Who am I to judge?
How long, Joe? I have a question. How long you been practicing Tai Chi?
I've been into martial arts for a long time.
Okay.
I used to work out in kendo, and I used to try to work all the styles of kendo and Kishukai and karate and aikido. But I've been working on this Tai Chi really after I ruptured my Achilles. It helps me regain my balance and kind of more my mental fortitude of actually understanding that your body moves in certain ways. Because I got, believe it or not, and go ahead and let the cat out the bag again. We'll be off the air again at the beginning of the year in January. We'll be off until May. From January to May, we won't have hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live. We'll be back coming in June as we get ready to go to May, June, getting ready to be. Now, I did this last year, and that's when Brother Fatim was with us and the esteemed alumnus. And because I had some training to do. Well, during that training, I ruptured my Achilles. I didn't finish that training. I have to go back in January and restart my training to finish the training. I am not going to sit here. And I've had people tell me, man, you ain't got to do this. You good. You fine. No, I'm going to finish what I started.
That's what's up. That's what's
You
up.
know,
I asked that question because I'm gonna say probably like 3 or 4 years ago, I was doing some real deep research on that and a lot of people don't know that's actually part of Dr. Strange's character is that he actually was a master of that. But
the mystic. See, a lot of folks don't understand, like the chakras. We know that.
I got to ask you a question, Joe, about that.
We know about the chakras.
Have you got to the point where you can just start fire with your hands?
No, I can't. I can't do that. I ain't opening portals and starting fire. And and that's where you got to pay attention, because sometimes, unbeknownst to you, and here's why I tell people, this is where Sean P. and I give homage to Sean P. and what he does and what he brings to this podcast. This is why you got to read, because sometimes the way you place your hands and you don't know it, because guess what? The ignorance of not having the knowledge of what you're doing doesn't make you oblivious to use the proper word here, to the consequences of your action. See, certain ways you place your hands do certain things. And folks don't know that. And if you don't know that, watch this. If I didn't know that placing my hands like this opened up a portal between me and the Most High, and I did this, see, I might be sitting around just doing something crazy and go, no, boom, boom, not knowing. I just opened up a portal between me and the Most High, and not saying the Most High can't see me all the time, but this portal is like a direct portal, and the Most High might be over here tending to what, and look down and be like, okay, what the brother? But I don't know that. See, the ignorance of you not knowing that certain things do certain things doesn't negate you from the consequences of your action.
Yeah, at all times, I taught my sons quite well. Now, I never forced religion on them. Like I used to go to the mosque. They was never required to go to the mosque, and even when I was a Christian, they was never required to go to church with me. But I always taught them about religion. But when I taught them about religion, I taught them to always be religious tolerant. Like
Right.
try to have some understanding, try to learn, try to figure out how you can connect with a person. Yeah, you might not pray to Buddha, yeah, you might not pray to Allah, but you can build a relationship, or you can build a foundation, you can build a business, knowing someone who works part of these different religions and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's very important to be tolerant of our religions and try to learn something. But
Here the one thing that
but
bothers
that
me.
that chai tea energy is very, very, very quite interesting.
Hold it. This is one thing we negate to in my humble opinion, because most of us are talked to from this book. We don't take the time to read this book ourselves. One of the most powerful things in this book is when God said, I made you in my own image. So I look like God. But you have to understand, a lot of you haven't studied who God is. You haven't understand that God in his own infinite wisdom said, hold it. In this book, I don't know if the translation correct or not, but the translation said we spoke to ourselves. So God said, I spoke to myself and created. So you got to understand. There's so much here, and then you have to understand that you can't understand all this. I'm on my 7th journey of reading this, and I still find something new every time to go, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Jacob, I didn't, and there's so much, man. There's so much. Read it for yourself. Ask. You don't need a pastor, a priest, an imam to go to God yourself. And ask God to reveal to you who you are and to whom you are. And let me tell you something. You don't need to go put tithes in an offering plate in order to do that. You don't need to pay
it's funny you say that, Joe.
You don't need to pay admission to get salvation. Oh, snap. I had to get that out. I had to take my earphones off. Man, my ears started burning. I can't even hear you, Bowtie. You don't have to pay admission to get salvation. I'm back.
It's funny you say that, Joe. I actually think that people should actually really read that part of the Bible when it talks about tithe and offering, and most definitely read the chapter before and the chapter after.
Come on.
And I guarantee they have another opinion. But oftentimes, as you said, when you go to church, the pastor is the one convincing you, or the deacon, or whoever.
You lazy. You lazy.
You
don't want to read it for yourself. You listen, and I'm convinced, especially as I begin now to go into a deep dive of Revelation. I'm convinced this is why when you stand before God, God's gonna say he don't know a lot of y'all, because a lot of y'all don't know him. Watch this. I could walk up to the most finest woman on this planet and slap her on her butt. If I don't know her, hold it. If I don't know her and we don't have an intimate relationship with each other, he probably gonna slap me back and call the police and beat me down. But if we have a relationship, an intimate relationship, I can slap on the butt and everything good. Because I know her. She know me. She might pull me to the side and say, don't slap my butt in public no more. But she ain't gonna go off on me because we know each other.
Yeah.
So see, that's y'all problem. Y'all don't know folk. Y'all don't know folk. See, and here's the problem. Y'all try to know everybody but God. And here's the crazy thing. The only person that can really get you from point while you playing the Powerball, and I'm playing it too. I ain't got a problem with that. But don't put the Powerball over God. Listen, you can have all the money in the world and get a disease that is uncurable by any means of wealth. Who gonna help you? Hold it. Money don't solve all your issues. I know folk who got a lot of money and ain't got no peace. I know people who got a lot of peace and no money. Guess who I would rather be? Give me the latter instead of the former. I'm sorry. That's just me. Because guess what? I done seen people accumulate a lot of wealth and live a very short life. I can give you names. Tupac Shakur.
Not even 25.
I can give you names. Biggie Small. I
Aaliyah.
can give you modern day names. There are folk in the modern day. I can give you the brother who played on The Wire, had the scar on his head.
Yeah, Michael.
Yeah. There's a lot of folk who accumulated a lot of wealth and ain't here no more. Which the DJ from Ellen, multi-millionaire.
Mo 3, the rap out of Dallas. Yep.
Come on, folk. Man, there are a lot of folks that done had a lot of money that ain't here spending one penny. That either took their life or got their life taken from somebody over that bread or over what was said.
Yep, King Von. Yep.
Right. There's a lot of folks who big time ballers, shot callers, who dead as a doornail.
It's funny. I know we probably getting towards closing, Joe, but actually, what I want to actually speak about a little bit was I don't know if you noticed, but all of are you familiar with the rapper Young Thug?
I've heard the name. Yes.
All right, so you know he was facing a whole bunch of RICO charges and murder charges, stuff like that, and he ended up acting like he didn't snitch, but you know he had a nice lawyer and agreed to a whole bunch of things. But now they're leaking a lot of his tapes of him actually snitching, and you know some of the things that's going bad. So on a Facebook group yesterday, they said there's 5 rappers right now we know who has snitched and you know work with police department, stuff like that. And I replied in the group and I was like, hey, you know, like maybe we should start changing the message now. Now we know that these young men not living up to what they saying they living up to in these
Right.
rap songs. Maybe they should start changing their angle, you know. But I said, but everything is a propaganda, you know. They get paid, as the video that you sent me the other day about the young lady, or you get paid to kill a hit or send a hit out on me, you know, for like some basic stuff like that. But change your message, you know. It's so my question is with these rappers, and I'm sure Joe, you know, because you work in the entertainment industry like I do a little bit, but you have far more access to me, so you know there's plenty more snitches in the music in the rap industry and stuff like that. But should they change their angle, or should they continue to try to push this narrative of to try to be the hardest dude and to stand for this, to stand for that, when they're not living that lifestyle of standing for whatever they're telling people to?
This is just my opinion, man, and I'm going to say this the best way I can say it. Everybody has their own path and their own journey, and everybody has to stand on business by themselves and give an accountance for everything that they've done from day one of them coming to self-conscious of self. Now, mind you, I say that for a reason, because I always laugh that the worst part of my life, the worst, when I really calculated by what I've read, the worst part of my life occurred when I was a baby until 5 years old. So from a baby to 5 years old, I was abandoned. I was in orphanages. I was in the system. I don't remember none of that. I didn't have conscious of self. I can't go back and tell you I remember how I felt when I was 1 year old. I don't. When I was 2 years old, I don't. That's why I constantly laugh when folk are pitching hissy fits over a baby when they 1, 2, or 3 years old and certain things ain't happening. You didn't come to the party. Y'all didn't do this. Y'all didn't do that. Them parties ain't for the baby. The baby don't even remember the party.
Yeah.
Them parties are for you to show off to folks what you got or what you got going on. Man, I ain't got time for that. I'm going to take care of mine and I'm going to do what I can, and I ain't going to stress myself, because that's what's killing y'all. Stressing, trying to keep up with the Joneses and the Joneses is stressing y'all. Y'all stressing y'all. If they buy a Mercedes now, you got to go in debt and buy a Mercedes. Man, screw your Mercedes. If I'm pushing Mike and I'm happy, I'm pushing out. If I'm pushing my feet and y'all like, oh, look at Joe, he ain't got a car. Well, that's me. That's me. That
Yeah.
don't mean my life is worse than yours. Be exact, my life might be more peaceful, more happier, more gleeful than yours because you tied into a symbol, a sign, and then you got the audacity to try to preach to me and talk to me about the mark of the beast. Hell, you walking around in love with money.
Mm.
Because let me tell you something. If I
You
took
love
that
money
house,
more than you love your God and your husband and your
right?
kids.
Come on. Because let your husband get broke.
Mm.
We're gonna see how many of y'all baddies stay with these broke Negroes. You ain't. Because the only reason you with them, hold it, to be exact, oh yeah, you might be, like you said, I am the prize. Okay. Okay, keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want me today. It's 4 minutes past the hour. Bowtie, how long we want to stay, man? I'm gonna let you call the ball today.
It's on you. I mean, I got like another 10 to 15 minutes if you want to roll.
Okay. So listen, don't take me and Bowtie the wrong way, because many a times I done got a few inboxes. You and Bowtie, y'all think y'all good looking brothers, and y'all always trying to talk
Man,
about. Listen,
I'm bald headed, Joe.
hey, let me tell you something.
Oh, you bald too, Joe.
I got gray hair, bald heads, need some dental work. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Me too.
But I'm gonna be straight up with you. One thing, forget Tommy Hilfiger. I am Joe Real nigga. I said what I said. At the end of the day, I know how it feels to give a beat down. I know how it feels to get a beat down. I know how it feels to live in the big house, own the big house, have plenty of money, and drive nice cars in the big house. I know how it feels to live in the outhouse and have absolutely nothing. I've been to the highest points and I've been to the lowest points too. And at the same, no matter where I was at, I was always me. Always me. So you can come at me however you want to come at me. That's like when folks told me, so-and-so do this, so-and-so do that, you'll be done. Baby, I'm still here. And it's only by the grace of God. See, I know who I am and whom's I am. That's why I don't have to do nothing no more. I speak to folks. I had folks yesterday. I had to be in a suit and tie. Had some folks, good friends of mine, and I consider them good friends. Not perfect friends, but good friends. Hell, I ain't a perfect friend. They look at me, boy, you sharp, boy, you sharp. One of them is literally sitting in the job that I used to have, where I tell him constantly, bro, all you had to do was go to them people and say, hey man, keep my man. He can work with me. We'll make a good team. But y'all all want to prove points. I ain't mad at you. I'm just letting you know, had the shoe been on the other foot, I wouldn't have did you like that. And I mean that shit. And if you don't like it, come see me, where I can look you in the face and tell you, I would never have done you like you did me. Then I got people talking about, oh, Joe, I saw you, man. We done fell out with each other. No, you said fuck me, and I'm giving you back what you gave me in kind. I don't have to come here and explain to you jack. I speak to you because that's common courtesy. But no, the moment that it came back to my ears that you said fuck me, you didn't care about my family, you didn't care about my children, grandchildren, how we ate. I don't give a fuck about you. Now, I ain't going to do that to your face because you didn't do it to my face. But you're not going to get the, hey, my brother, how you doing, hugged up no more. Because you said, fuck me. And it got back to me. And it was verified by your actions. I'm good with it. I ain't tripping no more because you're not God. And even though you did say F me, it didn't stop the blessings of God in my life. I still woke up every morning breathing good air until God tell me not to. So you don't control the spigot that brings air in my being into my life. And because you don't control that spigot, whatever else you think you control, you can have it. Because it wasn't mine to begin with.
Yep. And I think that's one of the most craziest obsession that we have, is knowing that we can control or try to damage one another.
Man, that sickens me.
It really does.
I look at folks that me and you know, Bowtie, and I go, you got the mitigated gall and audacity to sit down and be mad at. Hold on, Bowtie. Hold on. Keep This was earned. This wasn't bought. I didn't start traveling last night. I was made in 1987. Some of you wasn't even born.
Chill
I
out, Joe. I
just
was 2.
hold on,
Go
hold
ahead.
on, hold on. I'm gonna hit you with this, Skylar.
Got you.
I just got that 2 years ago.
Mm.
Why? Because it was earned.
Earn,
It
yeah.
was not bought
Or given.
or given.
Mm.
So all that why don't mean nothing to me because y'all try to be overnight sensations. I had 3 opportunities to get that before I got it 2 years ago. First time was in 89. I was 4 years in the game. I didn't feel worthy. I said, oh no. Man, look, I'm trying to be cool, family. 9 minutes past the hour. Let me get off my soapbox before I say something to hurt some real folks' feelings. And I have some people who've been waiting to fall out with me that I will be done giving them a full reason to
Yeah,
fall
give
out
him the
with me.
ammo. Yeah, don't give him
Right.
the ammo.
So I ain't gonna do that. Listen, it is Turn Up Thursday. I was about to turn down for what? Listen, okay.
Joe, if I win the lotto, Joe, I just want you to know, if I win the lotto, Joe, I'm going to collect my money as Rowdy,
Okay.
the
Okay.
mascot from Dallas Cowboys.
That's what I do. I tell hey, I'm showing right. I'm showing up. I'm showing up in costume. I'm
Yeah,
showing up.
I need everybody to go. I need everybody to go to Dallas and think that the lotto winner was in goddamn
Hey,
Dallas. I don't need.
so, somebody might see. I might come as the Black Power Ranger. They be like, man, I heard the Black Power Ranger won the money. I'll be like, morphin' power. It's morphin' time. All right, look, family, it's 10 minutes. We're gonna do this 5 more minutes. Listen, I know folks.
What is one thing? What is one thing that you would do? Well, give me one thing that you would purchase financially, and one thing that you would do.
Okay, I'm gonna be very honest. This is very honest. If I would win said lottery, Powerball, I would build 2 things. I would build a hospital and I would build an orphanage. I would build the hospital and make it a free hospital for anybody who needed. I would make that hospital where if you needed help would be available. I would build an orphanage just for the sheer fact I know how it feels to be a child of the system. And I would want to have a safe place where I would build an orphanage and make it available.
You went out, Joe. Joe went out. But if I was to hit the lotto draw, I know you're listening. My ex would probably buy about 50 acres and probably start like a nice farm. That would be my one thing. And the other thing that I'll do, I for sure would start a black organization, nonprofit organization that catered towards single fathers. Being a single father myself, probably for about 7 to 8 years, I know that there's not a lot of help or benefits out there for those because there are a lot of single fathers, but we don't have the help that oftentimes that single mothers help. So I build like a nice kind of like hotel, all in one. That way they can come get housing, they can get a job, they can get
Come on,
food, they can get all the help
talk
that
to
they
me.
want. So that'll be the main 2 things. Buy 50 acres so I can grow my own crops. Make
Come
sure it
on,
has a lake on it because you know I love to fish.
come
And
on now.
then buy a nice building and turn it to for sure. I gotta fish.
Yes,
Whether
sir.
rich or poor, I'm gonna fish.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the fishing man right there. But I'm like you. I'm gonna give back. I'm gonna build a hospital, build an orphanage, give back, and give it, and just give it. I don't need my name on it. That's another thing. I will build a hospital and an orphanage, and I don't need my name on it. I don't need my name on it because I'm really going to be giving it from the heart. So whatever I call the hospital community hospital because that's who I'll be building it for. I would call the orphanage. I give it some name. I probably would name the orphanage after the 2 people that adopted me. It would be called the Anderson House because Earlene and Lois Anderson took me in when they didn't have to take me. So it would probably be the Anderson House. And the only pictures that would be in there would be of Mr. Lois and Miss Earlene, not me, because it is them who inspired me to build this thing. to give back as they gave to me.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And guess what, bro? The rest of it, I'm gonna live my life, because guess what? Regardless if I got a penny or I got a billion, my life is not in my hands. It is in his hands. And at the end of the day, when he decide to close the spigot and pull the plug, ain't nothing I can do about it. Ain't a dollar amount on this planet can stop that. I can't go to him and say, let me pay you off for a little more time.
Yeah.
Nah. So I'm going to enjoy myself as I do today. Without
What did you think
winning
about
the Powerball.
Did you watch the military parade yesterday? The China
Oh man,
military
I ain't
parade?
got time for all that, man. I done
Oh
seen
my
enough military
God,
parades and
man.
been in enough of them to understand the following. When you flex like that, you flexing to show a person,
Man,
brother.
listen
Hey,
here.
come test me
We
off.
lost. We lost that battle, Joe.
As my Jamaican friends say, test me off. Test
Yeah.
me off.
You want some, Remy? Come on, Remy.
Test me off. Hey, that dude said,
I ain't
man,
saying we ain't ready, but man, that military parade, that China
hey,
military parade, I watched for
hey,
probably 40 minutes.
homeboy said, for every one soldier you got, I got 100. The numbers alone don't look good in your favor.
Yeah. Yep. I ain't hear no squeaking tanks neither, Joe.
No, sir.
Nobody looked tired of walking.
Hold it. It didn't look rusty. Didn't look old. Didn't look decrepit. Looked like if they punched the button, we got problems.
Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem, Joe.
As Dollar Bill would say, what you mean, what's St. Louis? Tell me what it Trouble. All right, family. 15 minutes after. It's been real. It's been fun, Brother Bowtie. Hold on. Let me close some things out. And to everybody who's been with us today, y'all forgive me. It's Turn Up Thursday, Turn Down for What. I may have turned up a little bit too much. If I said something that hurt somebody's feeling, offended them, you know my number. Give me a call. Well, let's talk it out. Let's work it out. Brother Bowtie, give it to me. Let's get out of here.
What it is and what it ain't and what we going to do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Listen, my word for the day is you're built for greatness. Let setbacks inspire you and let haters motivate you. That's my message for the day. You wish to follow me at Bowtie Untied or Antonio Cope. You wish to support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. You guys have a nice day.
That part. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow for Freedom and Fun Friday. But he that the sun sets free is free indeed. Listen, be better today than you were yesterday. Do something today to bless somebody some way, somehow, that no matter what you do, it absolutely elevates them and you release it freely where you ain't expecting nothing back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. For when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. We up out of here. See you tomorrow. Peace.